Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Pouring by Cheryl. I'm Cheryl. Today we've got Froggy Friday, and today I'm going to do this big frog mold. We'll go ahead and I'll get these eyes in. I'm just going to use some of my UV resin. I'm going to show you how to do this. We're going to go and put some UV in his eye. I hope you can see that. We're going to take the eyes that we've picked out, and I just drop them in there. And then I get one of my dotting tools, and I kind of smush it in there a little bit so that it's right where it needs to be. And let's hope it stays where it needs to be. And then I cure it for probably about 30 seconds or so, just enough to make it hold it in there. So you don't have to, so you can move it around to put the other one in. That should be enough to hold it in. And it is for right now. We're going to cure them completely all the way. Put another drop in this eye. Take his eye and drop her in. I like to use the eyes that have just the pupil, not the line. I know some frogs go either way. A lot of frogs have the slit in the eye, but I just use the one that has the round thing. That should be good. Let me go ahead and cure this for about 30 seconds so it'll stay where it's at. And I will cure them completely, both sides, and I'll be back to you. Hi everybody, I went ahead and cured his eyes in. I'm going to put some UV in his toes and use these half pearls. I put some of my Janshun in one of these black little bottles that have the tip. It would make it easier to put it where I want the UV. So it'd be easier to just, have more of a concise spot. So I'll put a little bit in each one of these. And there's 5 of those. A little tiny bit. And I'm going to put these in there. Get out my little tweezers so it's easier to put in. These should work. For the bigger ones anyway. They're sticking to my tweezers, which is a good thing. Flatten that out a little bit. See how I picked that up with I just had a little bit of UV on there and then just touched it, just like you would any diamond dots. I know they're not diamond dots, but well, that one's not working on that one. Here. Oh, lordy, lordy. These are fun to work with. Tell you what, you don't want to see me do this, so I'll go ahead and either fast forward it or come back when they're done. I got that done. I got them in. I'm going to put some UV resin in the back so that I can make a design on his back, and you'll see what I'm going to do. I purposely didn't tell you what I'm going to do because I want you to see it. build up a couple of layers on his back. And I think I'm going to pull that down here so it's not in his head. Because I don't want the design in his head, I don't believe. So I'm just taking my little scraper here, being careful not to touch the eyes. I'm using UV resin because it's quicker. Oh, I didn't mention, I got these from Temu. I had to put a sticker on it that said, open this side up, because I have opened it too many times with them falling out. That's why it's not exactly the cleanest looking case, because I've opened it too many times upside down. Yeah, that was a fun 52 pickup, if some of y'all know what I'm talking about. When, for the ones that don't know what I'm talking about, 52 pickup was never fun. Our parents, in my case, my brothers and my parents, would take cards and fling them all over the ground. Or they'd say, you want to play 52 pickup? I'd say, sure, because I was, before I knew. And they would take those cards and they would fling them all over the place. And then I'd have to pick them up. That was not fun for me. They enjoyed it, but it was not fun for me. Okay, let's go ahead and cure this. I'm going to tilt it as I'm curing it, so it's got that spot. I'm going to try to not have bubbles in it. Spraying it with 91% isopropyl alcohol, so we don't get any bubbles in it. I'm going to take my towel and get in here with the, because you don't want bubbles in there. Or I don't want bubbles in there for this design. I know, what? Me, no bubbles? The last 3 videos I've had were bubbles. Okay, there we go. If you're ever going to use your UV resin, do not use clear gloves because it will burn your hand. I'm going to set this up on something to prop it up. Okay, I'll be back when this is ready. Next layer time. I'm building it up in layers. I'm going to put a little bit in each one of his knees too. And his elbows. Hopefully it stays. It's looking good. A little more in his elbows. A little more in his knees. All right, that'll work. Let me spray it with isopropyl and catch it before it goes down into his head. All right, that should be good. Now, for the fun part. Like I said before, I went ahead and put some UV resin in this little doodad here. It's dark so that the sun don't get into it, and you can have it a little bitty stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a swirlies on this. Just make designs on this. Let's see, start do 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 do. And a little bit on his knees. It's like little designs. Let's go ahead and cure it. All right, let's go ahead and take some of my Chameleon powder that's kind of like a, I can't read the Chameleon powder, but it's my, oh, and goodness gracious. Well, it's a good thing it's going in there anyway. I can't believe that happened. I guess I didn't shut it all the way. I opened it up and it gave me all kinds of stuff. I'm going to just go ahead and paint this whole mold with the Chameleon powder. Not the outside, just the inside. I'll be back when I'm done doing this. All right, I got that done. Now, I've mixed up my resin. It's the Tea Expert. I've been letting it sit to get some of those bubbles out, but it's not necessarily working too well. My bubble remover is in storage at the moment. I don't have access to it. We'll put a little bit of this white mica powder that I got from when I got my, honestly, I don't remember where I got this. It's either from, it was from Amazon, but I don't know if it was from when I got my gentian resin or if it was from when I got my pack of resin. But white is white. You know that. This is a pearly white. You can get all kinds of whites from different things. Let's go ahead and pour them in. Hope I've made enough. Oh, I may have made just enough. Maybe not. See. Get him in some of his feet. My frog usually takes about 100 milliliters, so that's what I made after putting all that UV in it. I'm just letting it drip into the toes so it encourages into the toes. Because resin doesn't usually go where resin hasn't been before. Usually. I might have to mix up just a hair more. Whenever you're putting resin in it, I know I've mixed, or I've painted, I can't even say it, I've dusted the mold. Gently try to get bubbles out of here. Don't scratch the mold, but encourage the bubbles to come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this like this. I'm going to mix up some more, and I'll be back when it's time to unmold. Hi, welcome back. My grandson has decided he wanted to go ahead and help demold it. So
right now I'm trying to get an edge.
You want me to start it?
I'll get it.
Okay.
Let's hope I do not break any legs.
Toes, toes, toes.
Tools.
I'll beat your butt if you break a toe. You believe that? You believe that?
No.
Okay, then.
Sorry about that.
He doesn't know where the camera is pointed at.
Ooh, I see a bubble
It happens.
right here.
It happens. It may not be a bubble. Now let me get the front feet and pull this part out.
Get
I know, but I want to get the front feet for you because they're very
fragile.
Thank you. I didn't mean for you to finish my sentence, but you did. We both can't be working on it. Get your thumb underneath it. Yeah. You get, look, let me show you. Let me show you. Look. Okay, I've already pulled that out. Pull his armpit out.
Okay.
Pay attention. Look, look. You don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need the isopropyl alcohol. So I got my thumb underneath it?
Yeah.
That's how you pull it out. Okay?
Okay.
And be careful because you might get cut because it's sharp right in through there.
So how do you need that?
You don't need that. I appreciate you trying to help, but let's get the armpit out. Okay.
I thought I was,
Hmm?
I thought I was deep molding.
You were? You got to stand to the camera.
I see.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You think you do. Grab his back. Here, grab it like that. There you go. There you go. Need help?
Not really.
Okay.
Well, it does look pretty from the looks, and I
Ooh.
see some more bubbles.
I don't see many. See a tiny little bit, but not many. Bring it down.
And bubbles right here.
There we go. Okay, let's flip it over.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that turned out pretty
that's
cool.
pretty.
Thank you, baby. That turned out pretty cool. See if his eyes are in the right spot.
Yep.
Uh-huh. I actually got his eyes in the right spot. It worked. Nope. It worked perfectly right here. Right here. I've got a few bubbles in there, but that's okay. Nothing fell underneath it, so very good. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this channel, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button.
It really helps the channel. And please share this.
And if you are a subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing.
And if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscriber button and share.
Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.